Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you, giving you game 1 in a series between 4U versus ZDR. Game 1 taking place here on Last Refuge. We're going to go ahead and turn off Fog of War and switch over to the Orc player's perspective, just because it is so difficult to track an invisible Blade Master when you can't see him. Now, this is Orc versus Human, and unfortunately there are no observers, hence turning off the Fog of War. Now, I am expecting a Blade Master versus Archmage matchup, and we already see that 4U is opening up with a speed build on this Altar of Kings. It will allow him to perhaps creep out this 3-3 creep camp, or even try and be aggressive and take down this Goblin Laboratory before the Blade Master gets there. We'll see if that gambit, as it does cost a little bit of extra resources, pays off for you. Or pays off for you. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and see what's going to be happening here. Barracks now coming down as well, as the Blade Master should be trained up in just a moment. We can see that there is no Voodoo Lounge down just quite yet. The timing on the Voodoo Lounge is always very key, as we can see it coming into play now, for the type of style we're going to be looking at. With an earlier Voodoo Lounge, you know that the Blade Master wants those items that much earlier. He wants to make sure to pick up the double healing salve and that clarity potion or speed scroll before he leaves that base. That most likely means he's going to be committing to some harassment and doesn't want to waste the time running all the way back home. The downside is that he's not going to be able to tech to Stronghold nearly as quickly, and because of that, if 4U wants to open up with that Archmage Beastmaster pressure, he's going to find himself in a bit of an easier time using the piercing damage from the Water Elemental and the Quill Beast to take down those units. Militia now getting a little bit caught up in the backfield here, as you can see that this one Water Elemental is taking a bit of damage, however only taking it from that Ogre Mauler. Let's see if that Water Elemental is going to back off. It doesn't look like it. A little bit of a misstep by 4U there, as the Blade Master is now finally out on the field. Second Water Elemental now on the field as well. Let's take a look. Ogre Magi with that Inner Fire does get taken down. Mana Stone has been left behind, as the Blade Master is gonna not be able to make its way over. Archmage already at level 2, and now with Brilliance Aura on the Archmage, as soon as he trains it, he's gonna be in a very good spot. That additional mana, if he doesn't get that additional mana fast enough, that is going to end up hurting him, as 4U did waste a bit of time without Brilliant Aura, and that is going to end up hurting him. Meanwhile, the Blade Master has run all the way across the map and is going after a Forest Troll High Priest here. We'll see what item is left behind. Replenishment Potion, not the item he was necessarily looking for, but still a useful item nonetheless. Archmage now with that Mana Stone regenerating plenty of mana, and this is actually exactly what he is looking for. He wants a lot of mana on that Archmage. A tech to tier 2. Wait, no tech to tier 2, which means that we may be looking at some sort of crazy expansion attempt here instead of trying to get to tier 2 and dropping a lot of Water Elementals and Quill Beasts. We'll see if that comes around, and if that is the correct strategy. 4U now needs to get to level 2 on this Water Elemental in order to really deal enough damage. The piercing damage, only 18 to 22, not going to be enough at tier 1 to really stop any of the important buildings. Blade Master now arrives to the party. He's going to go ahead and take that experience back. Yes, he does. Oh, no, wait, what was that? It looked like... not quite sure what happened there, as now the footman will need to get away. Alright, there is an ensnare. There goes one footman, as the grunts are now trying to back off. The grunts doing a little bit of a good job. No, deciding not there, as the Archmage now gets to level 3. Militia creeping all the way on the other side of the map. Claws of Attack +6 being left behind, as the Archmage may run off to the north in order to pick up those Claws of Attack +6. Now, we are looking at a tech to tier 2, and the timing on this is going to be rather strange. A faster tier 2 would have been very helpful to get that Beastmaster, especially with a bit of a delay. By the time 4U gets there now, he may end up finding himself in a bad spot, as he doesn't have enough he's not going to have enough time to really take down that Spirit Lodge and perhaps that Bestiary. Now, the big question is going to be whether or not ZDR is going to get that Shadow Hunter and have enough lumber. You can see that he's sitting at 380 right now and putting some pressure on some buildings. Footman turning around, getting some easy damage here. Water Elemental now pushing back. The level 2 Water Elemental is really dealing a lot of damage to that Blade Master. The Blade Master really cannot afford to fight here, as the Archmage does have Boots of Speed and is currently outrunning that Blade Master. Footman now running back off to the north. Tech to tier 2, about 3/4 of the way done. Meanwhile, Stronghold down here is about to be done, and we'll see what is going to be trained up. Are we looking at a Shadow Hunter yet? No, no signs of it. No sign of a Bestiary or a Spirit Lodge as the Water Elemental gets 4 units surrounded here, but Time Life most likely going to be its death and just an unnecessary damage there. Archmage waiting for the Bestiary, waiting for that tech to keep, and it's still not coming as we are now getting the Shadow Hunter up. All right, there is that War Mill. Shadow Hunter is being trained, but we still do not see the Bestiary and that Spirit Lodge, which is so necessary. All right. Archmage gonna be hiring up the Beastmaster anytime soon. No, Firelord. It is gonna be a double investment in very, very heavy range units and going for a Firelord over the very simple Beastmaster. The Firelord a little bit more fragile, has less hit points, but can really put down a lot more pressure as we see the lava spawns coming into play. There's that Bestiary that I mentioned earlier. The Spirit Lodge is still not yet done. Peasants now coming back. There is the Blade Master. Blade Master is now currently caught, and this is going to be a bad spot for that Blade Master. Blade Master cannot stick around in this fight. Going to be forced to use a healing salve or 2, maybe even a replenishment potion, as the Shadow Hunter is now out on the field. Serpent wards being used to try and counter those scout towers. Scout towers double building right now, and strangely enough, no ivory towers at all, as the Archmage did not return home. Meanwhile, Shadow Hunter now trying to run through. Looks like he's gonna be able to split the defense and make it back, as the Blade Master now going after the Archmage. All right, one guard tower is currently upgrading. The second guard tower is upgrading as well. They need to constantly upgrade, and the peasants are doing exactly that. All right, Blade Master is dealing a fair bit of damage. Archmage off to the north, getting in some extra damage. Water Elemental now getting in some damage, and that Blade Master may end up trying to run away. Are we going to get Dust of Appearance? No Dust of Appearance. Blade Master down to, oh my goodness, Speed Scroll used. The Footman did not turn around for the shot, and the Blade Master was able to escape. Meanwhile, Water Elemental getting taken down here. Catapults, or Demolishers, excuse me, now trying to fight back. Footman with Defend, trying to fight against the Swarm here, but the Demolishers boulders are just crushing them alongside the grunts. All right, there is 2 lava spawns now fighting back here. It looks like a guard tower or 2 are going to be coming up soon in just a second. There you go, 2 guard towers up. No, sorry, now 2 guard towers are up, as you see that the Demolisher are trying to run away from the Footman and the Archmage. All right, it looks like it could get taken down. There it goes, level 2 on the Firelord now, as we are now turning onto the Orc Burrows. Without Spirit Lodge and without Disenchant, these lava spawns and water elementals are simply too much. It looks as though some sort of the Mana Stone was used earlier, as Militia are now being called down as well. This is not looking good for ZDR. ZDR taking a lot of pressure now. And with this pressure, with that lava spawn, I believe it is going to be GG here. There's not much that can be done by the Orc player here. A typical timing classic push. Not having enough pressure with that Blade Master early on. Also, the Archmage getting extremely lucky with that Mana Stone early on for a large cache of mana, which just translated into a high piercing damage. All right, it looks like the lava spawns are going to be coming to an end. Firelord now with no mana. Is the Blade Master perhaps going to get through here, as we are looking at the Raider trying to get through, and he ends up getting turned back around again. Archmage could have sealed this earlier, much earlier, if he had just taken down that Blade Master. Blade Master the only threat now whatsoever, as the Demolisher now returning all the way back. More guard towers coming into play. And I think this is pretty much going to... Yeah, I've already said this is pretty much going to be the game. The Footmen are now within 0 range. Very, very difficult to try and take or save this Demolisher. The Footmen now with Defend as well, now rushing all the way back. Supply count 25 over 30. Yes, you could try and resurrect that Shadow Hunter, but only at the tavern, which means it would pretty much be dead before it could even get out. All right. Blade Master with, I believe that was Inferno cast on him, unable to windwalk. Firelord a very strong counter here, even though he is not dropping lava spawns. He is still in a very good spot here, as the Blade Master tries to get some extra damage onto the Archmage. Archmage now running back. Blade Master doing a great job chasing, but ending up taking more damage than necessary, as the Footmen are now going to finish off this this remaining Orc Burrow, one of the 2 remaining left. All right, Lava Spawn now trying to get away, and there is There is a boost to morale taking down the Fire Lord, but I still believe it's going to be too little too late. No more burrows, no more ability to train any more units than the demolishers he has left. And there is the GG for you, taking game number 1 in this human versus orc matchup. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.